There's a saying that I keep on trying to lose weight, but weight keeps on finding me. So I can't get away from weight. Just wait for a sec. And talking about weight, you will not let Dr. Arun Dhir wait too much. So welcome Dr. Arun Dhir to the conference and to the first international day of yoga. Dr. Arun Dhir is a specialized gastrointestinal surgeon, and his specialty is in keyhole weight loss surgery, and he is a firm believer of revisional weight loss. Now these are very cryptic terms, and I will let Dr. Arun Dhir decipher all these things for all of us. Arun Dhir.
Thank you everyone for giving me this opportunity to share my views. And somewhat, Rajendra has made my job much easier. I'm a surgeon as well. And I made a promise to Rajendra that I'll not prescribe surgery today when I'm giving a talk at this yoga conference. So, let me begin by firstly thanking Rajendra on this fantastic initiative, congratulating him as well that he's taken to organize this meeting. Can you see what's coming on the screen? Okay. So,
can't hear you. Sorry,
hello.
can't hear you.
Can't hear. Okay, there it is. Okay. So, I'll start by showing you firstly that what I'm showing you is basically the size of the soccer field. And my question to the audience here is that can any one of you guess which is the organ in the human body that is most exposed to the external influences? Now certainly my topic gives it away a little bit, but a lot of people think it's the skin, but it is actually not the skin. It is actually the gut. Now the gastrointestinal tract has got a surface area close to 3 soccer fields, and that's the kind of, and the reason why this is the case is lots of villi, which are these finger-like projections which are coming within the wall of the gut, is what makes it exposed to all these external stimuli. The human gut is amazing. It's about 9 to 9.5 meters in length, and it's got over 100 trillion bacteria, which is 100 times more than the number of cells that are there in the body. The gut is extremely intelligent. And when I say intelligent, I mean it's got an enteric nervous system. That's how it's got a brain of its own. And very importantly, as we'll see shortly, it governs our emotions. As I just mentioned, that these gut bacteria, if we look a little bit further into it, these bacteria, a lot of them we don't really understand well because we can't culture in our laboratories. Also, these gut bacteria are highly individualized. They may be different in one person than to the other. But the most important thing is, which is becoming more and more recognized, is they can hold the key to our health. And some of the diseases for which we don't have any explanation, such as obesity, autism, diabetes, and asthma, could be explained by the kind of gut bacteria that we have. Now, the general impression is that if we have bacteria, they must be bad. And that's not really the case. The gut bacteria have got a lot of important functions that are unique to them. They not only help in breaking down the food that we eat, thereby releasing important vitamins and proteins for absorption, but they also clear out some of the debris. Hence, they keep the things clean. But one of the functions of gut bacteria, which is being recognized more and more now, is that they are responsible for making the joints between the cells of the gut tight. Now, by making them tight, they prevent all these external allergens or antigens, as we call it in medicine, is that these antigens are prevented from leaking into the lymphatic and blood system, thereby reducing the risk of allergies. Now, if the gut is healthy, then the joints between the cells are not so leaky. But if these joints are open, as in they are leaky, they lead to a higher antigen load, thereby increasing the risk of developing allergic problems. So, in this photograph, what I'm showing you, friends, is that the gut bacteria are related to not just problems with the gut, but also autoimmune diseases such as arthritis, neurological problems, encephalitis, multiple sclerosis, but also problems associated with the liver. So, a variety of problems or diseases are finding their link with the kind of bacteria that we have. The question is, when and how do we start getting these bacteria out of gut parts? And this is being referred by lots of different names, such as gut biome, B-I-O-M-E. So the thing is that we get these bacteria during the process of childbirth. And that's what is the first exposure to gut bacteria. And healthy gut parts from the mom can get then transmitted to the child. And this has been studied extensively by one of the professors from the University of Pennsylvania about what changes stress can bring about in a mom and how it gets transmitted to the newborn baby. Our conventional teaching in medical school used to be that, the brain is separate, the gut is separate, but now there is a growing body of evidence that links the gut to the brain, and that is called the gut-brain axis, which has got a two-way interaction. So our gut can influence the kind of mood that we have and our behavior, and likewise, our mental state can influence what kind of gut health we will experience. Now, by gut health, to put it as simply as that, you would have noticed that if one is stressed, you tend to go for the wrong kind of foods. And this second brain has been getting more and more attention from authors, from scientists, and from researchers. The human body, friends, is very interesting. Can you believe it? The inner gut lining, just the inner lining of the gut changes the whole thing. It's a complete turnover. It's completely replaced in 2 to 3 days' time. Organs, especially when we operate on the liver, just to give you an example, the liver can regenerate over a period of 4 to 6 weeks. So you remove half the liver of a healthy individual, in about 4 to 6 weeks' time it will regenerate. Hair regenerates at the speed of about 1.25 centimeters a month. Now, some individuals, such as myself, may be a little bit compromised on that front, but that is what it is meant to grow at. But can I ask the audience, what, based on your understanding, is the highest form of energy that our body has got? All our individual bodies, if you see the hand, if you take it under the microscope, it has got, the skin, the muscles, the blood vessels, and then underneath that is the atom. So it is all vibrating, and that is the most important thing. So my question to the audience is, what is the highest form of vibration? Can anyone think? So the highest form of vibration is thought, which is the mind energy or the mental energy. And that is something which is very importantly that can influence the structure and the need. So really, the body is a manifestation of the mind. We've heard the term which the IT people use, it's called GIGO, G-I-G-O. We all know garbage in, garbage out. And that is where we need to understand that if we are feeding always the negative thoughts to the mind, that is what is going to manifest eventually. We know that things like peptic ulcers, if you are stressed for a long period of time, you develop ulcers. If you are an American Association of Anxiety and Depression actually found out that 50 to 90% of patients with irritable bowel syndrome have got some form of mental health disorder. So functional gut disorders such as irritable bowel syndrome are known to be associated with mental health issues. Likewise, obesity. Obesity is well known that there is a mental angle to why people become overweight and obese. Stress and diet has been studied extensively, and we know that there is a neuroendocrine response that determines how stressed an individual gets and how the metabolism of that individual individual behaves. I'll just briefly refer to this study without making it very scientific. But what it showed was that stress actually determines not only the quantity of food that we eat, but also the quality of food that we eat. If the more stressed we are, the more we tend to rely on poor food choices, thereby getting our calories from the unhealthy foods, chocolates, sugary things and things like that. And that is what makes us more predisposed to weight gain. That is where the role of meditation, mindfulness and yoga comes in. One other aspect that I also want to highlight is a lot of us are born and sort of brought up thinking that our genetic makeup is what determines how we are, what sort of disease and what sort of health we are going to enjoy. But this study by Elizabeth Blackburn's group has very convincingly shown that meditation can actually slow down the genetic aging process and enhance genetic repair. It was certainly something which was quite interesting and phenomenal to read. The bottom line remains that how can we change our gut microbiome? And the way to do it is what we are putting inside our mouth. We need to understand that dietary fiber has got a high role to play as far as our gut microbiome flora goes. And this study, which was published in the journal Nature, actually showed that an abundance of animal-based diet, animal-based foods in the diet leads to development of bacteria which are found in higher numbers in people who have got existing gut diseases such as inflammatory bowel disease. So there is a lot of evidence which is coming out, and what I can summarize by saying is that a high fiber diet improves gut diversity, it reduces the risk of inflammation, and very importantly can influence the mood. Friends, I will only say that the body is a manifestation of the mind, and we become what we think about. In the end, I'm going to leave you with some 3 golden rules to success. As I mentioned, GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. It also means good in, good out. So have a think about it. And the 3 golden rules that I would leave you with today is number 1, learn to practice gratitude. Being grateful already puts you in a positive state of mind. Have a positive mental attitude. And the only way we can all have a positive mental attitude is when we discover our life purpose. And the last thing that I would say is practice mindful meditation, yoga, or whatever is best with you. At the end of the day, we are responsible for what we become. I'm going to leave you here for the moment. If you are interested, what we do in our practice is basically we incorporate a program of mindfulness for all our surgical patients who are undergoing surgery. Anyone who's interested in knowing about it will be more than welcome to take any special interest from them. Thank you very much.